Welcome back, everybody. I'm Fernandez here at the Miami Herald's High School Football Gridiron Report. We're at Flanagan High School this week, talking with the Falcons, Coach Devin Bush and some of his star players. Coach, first off, congratulations on the great start to the season. Basically, big week, obviously. Doesn't need to be said when Miramar is their opponent, how important of a game it is. Just talk a little bit about the key so far this season to this 7-0 start for the team.
Well, first of all, the thing of us is gelling as a team. Making sure we take care of little things, make sure we come together as a family and do the things necessary and play the brand of football that we want to play, and which is the Dirty Bird way. So that's been a big part of our success, just making sure we stay to detail and stay to the task.
Talk about just embracing that culture here because, for a long time, this school hadn't experienced this kind of success. And, at what point did this team really feel like it was starting to believe it could be a state championship contender?
Well, we started to believe after the loss against Deerfield last year. It was a tough loss. The kids took it pretty hard. They learned a lot from that game. Deerfield taught us a lot. And just building off that experience and knowing the experience that we had coming back, as you see some of the key players here, we have a lot more, but some of the key players here and them gelling together and banding together and just making a point saying, hey, listen, why not us? Right. If we're going to line up and do all this work and work hard in the hot sun and run till we about to vomit, why not us? So what's the point? So we shoot for the stars, and that's just how we play football.
Coach, you from your experience as a Florida State Seminole and your background, what's it been like to take these guys under your wing and kind of, build this program up to the point it is right now?
Well, it's been a treat for me. I love the sport of football. Being from Miami-Dade County myself, just playing that type of brand of football, but just having the fraternity and being around these boys and watching them grow and learn and be productive young men, it's just, I get more out of it, I think, than they do. And it's just been a blast for me to let them have me go along on this ride with them, to accomplish goals, to set new heights, create new bounds and challenges, and just do the things that they're doing right now on and off the field.
Well, I know these guys are having a great time out there on the football field. Introduce them, if you can, one by one, and tell us a little bit about each one and how vital they've been to your success.
Well, right there to your left, it's Kevon Mitchell. He's our big play guy, and he's very electric for us. Watching him play with the ball in his hands, you become an instant fan on the sideline, and he's huge for this team. He's one of the best players on this team. I think he's one of the best players in the country at his position. He's a dynamic playmaker, and with the ball in his hands, I guarantee he's one of the top in the country at his position. Next to him, you have Devin Gill, a safety. He's very underrated right now, but I'm telling you, he's one of the best safeties in the county. All right, he's about 6'1", 205 pounds, just very smart, and he's been big for us, getting us in the right defenses, getting the checks out, seeing formations, seeing the different things we need to be in, recognizing what we need to do and what we not need to do, and it's just been big for us. And right next to him is Adrian Friday the 13th Talon, number 13. This guy is like a blur on the field. When you see him play, it's just like, he can make plays all over the field, sideline to sideline, goal line to goal line, from your bleachers to our bleachers. And he's just been a great addition to our team, the defense. He's a great kid, has an enormous work ethic. Sometimes I have to tell him to chill out for a little bit, get a little bit of rest, but his work ethic is huge, and it's just getting infectious around the guys in this segment and the guys around his team, and we're so fortunate to have him be a Flanagan Falcon. And right here to my right is a guy that steals everything from me, my shoes, my name, my hair, Devin Bush. You can't say enough about this kid. He's very smart. He's tough. He brings a physical presence to our defense, a physical presence to the team. He's almost like the heart and soul of the defense and the team. He's a quiet guy off the field, but on the field you can see a lot of passion come out of him, a lot of want to, and his teammates feed off of it, and he's just a great guy to help lead the team and help have around this Flanagan football team.
Well, Coach, obviously, granted, we still have a long way to go with the playoffs and everything, but if you can talk about just the significance of this week, playing against the Miramar team that does have a state championship. They were at state once as well, one other time. Just the significance of how important a win against this program would be for this school and the next step in the development of your own program.
Well, I'll tell you what, playing against Miramar, having them in the district is fantastic. They have the history. They've been on the state level. They're in the playoff every year. And just to play in those type of games, I mean, these kids will enjoy that type of game where you want to play that type of game every week where a lot on the line. You're playing against great competition. Miramar is superiorly talented. I mean, they have a lot of talent up and down the lines in the field. And for us to be able to be on the field with them and make this a game like this where people talking about saying, let's go watch Miramar and Flanagan play, that's one step up to where we want to be able to compete on the same level that those guys compete. And it'd be extremely huge if we could get that win and go on the quest to Flanagan trying to be the first district champion ever in school history. So it's huge for us. It's history on the line. It's goals on the line. It's our quest to where we want to be at the end of the season. So this game here, just like every other game and every other district game, it means a lot to us. We take one game at a time, and we're going to play our brand of football no matter who the opponent is. I mean, we don't care. No disrespect to anybody or any opponent, but that's just how we're going to play. And whoever they put in front of us, that's who we're going to play. And that's just how we go about it.
And last thing before we go, you mentioned the Dirty Birds. Just real quick, if you can tell us how that came about, whose idea was it, when did it become this phenomenon around the school?
Well, it's a little bit from when I was with the Falcons and we went to the Super Bowl that year, a lot like this team. It was second worst team in the division behind the St. Louis Rams. Not very good. And then getting there, the one year we had a really good year, and we put it together, and we ended up going to the Super Bowl. And that year, we made some plays, and they coined us the Dirty Birds. And it started by O.J. Santiago. He did a dance, and they called it the Dirty Bird dance. Yeah. And that's how we got that name in Atlanta Falcons. But we were watching film after, I think, the Championat game. And we were watching the game film, and we saw a blur go by the film because they was trying to figure out, like, who we are, our identity, how we going to define how we play. And we were watching the film, and a blur went by the film. And the kid was like, hold on, coach, rewind that back. So we rewind it back, and we put it in slow motion. A bird flew by the screen.
So it was always meant to be then.
And that's how it was like, you know what? There it is, the Dirty Birds. So it became the Dirty Birds, and we embraced it, and that's just our way of life, our brand of football, and that's how we live.
Coach Bush, well, and to the players, congratulations on a great season so far. Wish you the best of luck here going forward. You can catch the Falcons, the Dirty Birds, this weekend against Miramar.